Hello and welcome to Horror and Monster Collectibles, where today we are going to be taking a look at NECA's brand new 8-inch clothed action figure of Pennywise, portrayed by Tim Curry in the 1990 miniseries It. So let's go ahead and spin it around and take a closer look. And here is Mr. Pennywise out of the packaging. Now he is right at 8 inches tall, so I feel like he fits in really well with their 8-inch clothed line. And he comes with an extra head sculpt, a pair of open hands, a pair of monster hands, and a balloon holding hand with a balloon. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mr. Pennywise himself first, which they have a great head sculpt in here, and I love the detailing in the mouth. And the hair is so well textured, it almost kind of looks like real hair at some angles. I really like the texture that they have going on here. But just clean paint app, great coloring, and he's really well done. Now it's on a ball joint, so you do have rotation and tilt. Not a whole lot of movement out of this head though, but there is some. Come down here to the outfit, which looks incredible. It's well tailored. Love the collar. I do wish the seam for the collar though wasn't right here up front. I feel like that could be turned around. That might be able to just be turned around on its own. It might be a separate piece here, which I think it is. So I might rotate that around to get that seam out of the front. Here is his little jacket. And it is done really well. I like the sheen to this material. It really looks the part as far as movie accuracy. I like it a lot. Now it's a standard 8-inch figure. It has ab crunch. It has good shoulder movement. And it also has a bicep swivel. And then a double jointed elbow. We have pivot and swivel in the wrist as well. Bring that back on down. And then we come over to the hips. Now we do have good movement in the hips. Can stretch that out. And we have good movement up front. Of course, not very much back movement. There is a nice pivot though in the hip. So lots of poses can be done. There is just a single jointed knee, which I really wish that they would include a double jointed knee with these figures. I appreciate the double jointed elbows, especially getting the hands close to the face for whatever posing that you want to do. But a lot of times I wish that I had more movement other than 90 degrees in the knees. The ankle has a standard joint, so we have nice pitch and we have decent roll as well. We'll take a look at the tailoring on the bottom here. The good thing about this outfit, because it is a looser clothed figure, it does allow for a whole lot more movement and articulation. A lot of times with these guys, you're limited by what the outfit can allow the figure inside to do. But with this and the loose pants, you are able to go through a pretty wide range of motion. So let's set him aside and we will look at the accessories that it comes with. And first up, we will look at the additional head sculpt, which the eyes that they've gotten here are really well done. I like the way that looks. Again, really nice, clean paint app. Come on here to the hair. And again, like, I just like the sculpt on this. It just looks really good. I don't know 100% if I see Tim Curry in this, but it's very close. And again, that's not having seen the miniseries in a couple of years. The interesting thing on this packaging, though, they said the It movie from 1990, which I thought the standard was just to call that a miniseries, but apparently they're calling it the It movie. Let's take a look at the hands, the monster hands. And good veining and detail on here, just a nice texture and paint color. I loved this movie as a kid. See, now I'm saying movie. I loved it as a kid, and it terrified me. But I do like the new version as well. But for me, Tim Curry's portrayal has not lost its luster over the years. Here is the hand sculpt holding the balloon. Now they go ahead and fit this in here for you, which in past figures, having to get it down through there has been a pain in the butt. And sometimes it's so loose that the wire just kind of falls down. And this is a posable wire. And then here is the balloon. I will say that I'm not a big fan of the seam here between the two parts. I would like some kind of more elegant way of gluing these two halves together. But you can pose it in a way where you do not see the seam from the front, but any kind of side view, you're going to see that nasty seam. All right, let's go ahead and swap the heads real quick for you and see how hard this one is to get off. That popped off really easy, actually. And this kind of allows us to replace this where it doesn't have the seam, so we're just going to kind of move this collar around. So the seam is in the back. And we're going to put this head on there, if I can. Okay. That looks a whole lot better. And let's go ahead and pop off the hands as well, if I can. It's like really close to the wrist there. There we go. But that's the typical joint you see on there. And we will pop this guy into the body. Like so. I'll finish the job off camera real quick. And there is both hands installed, both monster hands. I love the way this figure looks, and I think he just looks so rad, and he's gonna look so fucking cool on the shelf. All right, guys, so final thoughts on him is, well, I think he's awesome. He's at a great price point. These figures are getting a little bit more expensive throughout the years, but I think I paid 37 bucks for him, and I think he's well worth it. I love the Pennywise character, and there's a lot of people that don't like the clothed figures. I do, for the most part. Some of them aren't done very well, but this outfit is done very well, and I prefer to have a figure like this where I don't see the joints. But that's just a personal preference. But he came out great. I love the additional head sculpt. I love the monster hands. And I love that the balloon wire is already fed through the hand on the holding hand. But I think he's awesome. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on him. I definitely recommend picking him up. As always, feel free to leave any questions or comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. And feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.